Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to see what happens if you quench a knife in blood. So this blood is not pure blood like if it was straight from an animal. It's very liquidy, a lot thinner. I did ask a hospital if they'd like to donate some blood for my YouTube channel. For some reason they said no. So this is the best that I could get. I'm sure it's going to change how the quench goes, but I do want to try this out. I've been wanting to try it for a while. I'm going to be testing the sharpness, the durability, the toughness of the blade. I also want to see, it might be too close to water, and if it is, there's a chance that the blade could crack. So we're going to test it out, and if it does make it through the quench, then I will be testing out some. I'll be chopping and just put it through heavy use to see how well it does. So let's go make a blade.
So I decided to go with 1084 high carbon steel for this knife, and I also want to do stock removal instead of forging. And the reason I decided to do that is I want to just take any of the risk out of forging too hot or hammering when it's too cold. I want to see just what the blood does. I don't want to have any other factors in there. And I did 1084 because it's the easiest knife to harden, so I'll just get better results with this. And also, I got this blood. I'm a meat cutter, and so when I'm cutting the steaks in the bags that the steaks come in, and I know it's not actual blood or pure blood, so it's very watered down and it's a lot thinner than blood would be. I'm doing 2 thermal cycles, just take any stress out of the blade like I would with any other knife.
Alright, so I've normalized this blade twice just to reduce the risk that it's going to crack. I'm nervous because this is closer to water than oil, so there's a chance that it could crack the blade, but we'll find out. So this is 1.25 gallons of blood, so let's see what it's going to look like. I'm going to do just a little bit more. I don't know how hot this is going to get. I don't want it to burn through the plastic or start melting it. So that should be good. All right, I'm going to heat up the forge and then we can do the quench.
For this video, I had my wife and my sister-in-law do some filming and get pictures, and they weren't too excited about it, as you'll hear later. Something I noticed when I'm quenching in water or oil, the liquid bubbles a lot. It was really hot, and so I expected a lot more bubbles than what I got in this. It almost seemed like it wasn't even working, but eventually you can see some of the bubbling starting, and it also, the blood started acting weird, started congealing around the blade, giving it a nice fleshy coating.
It's really gross.
Oh, that one's good.
The pictures are
do one more.
What?
The pictures are disgusting.
What'd you say?
I can do one more.
How should I have it? Should I tilt it different or?
Oh my god.
I can do it.
Get.
Get one.
I just threw up a little bit. Gross. Okay.
Oh god.
No. And it looks.
Oh, that's disgusting. All right, so it's very strange looking. You can see it's kind of congealed there. I'm gonna see if I can clean this off. I can't tell for sure, but it does. I think that it's straight. Sort of has the smell of hamburgers. Not how good you can see this in the video, but it's pretty straight. There might be a tiny bit of a warp, but I should be able to grind that out. That's another reason that I left it thick. So now I'm going to see if it's actually hardened. I'm going to see if the file skates. And it does skate. Actually, it feels really, really hard. That's what she said. So it is hardened, file skates like it should. I'm just gonna look. I don't see any cracks anywhere. It looks good. So I'm gonna go put it in the oven to temper for maybe 2-hour cycles, just like I do on any other knife, and then see what it looks like, and I can start doing the grinding. So after the hardening and the tempering, this is what it looks like. And it's definitely got a different finish on there than it normally does. It was a little bit dirty. So I cleaned it up a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go make my center line. Then I'm going to start doing the bevels. Then I'm going to attach a handle after that.
I also wanted to hand sand this blade. I want to take it up to about 600 grit, and the reason I'm doing it on this one, not only does it look better, but if there are any little fractures or cracks, I'll be able to see it better after it's sanded. After the blade was all sanded, I looked at it really close, and I couldn't see any cracks or any fractures or anything, so it looks like it worked fine.
So I just picked up this material. I've never seen it before. It's called Pau Rosa. It looks pretty cool. There's a lot of cool grain in there. So I'm going to use this. So the handle just finished drying. This knife would have been done probably 4 days ago, but the belts that I had they were just burning the wood instead of actually taking material off. And my belts, so this is a 40 grit belt, and you can still see there's still a lot of grit on there. It's not worn down that much, but because the wood was burning, I just ordered new belts. So these ones, I ended up getting 36 grit, which is the lowest I could find, and hopefully these will work. It needs to take the material off instead of burning it. So if I can at least get it close, then I can do the hand sanding on the rest of it. So we'll see how it goes. So knife's all done, it's all sharpened. So past the quench, I was worried about it. I'm worried because it's close to water, or seems to be closer to water. When you're quenching in water, there's always a risk of it cracking. You can hear this, it almost has like two pieces of metal hitting together. And if you hear that, that could be fractures or just cracking. It could ruin the knife, but I didn't hear any of that. So as far as I know, the quench went great. And this hardwood, I've never heard of it before, never seen it. So this one was really cool. It was a pain to grind down and hand sand just because it is so hard, but that just means it's going to be a really durable handle. So that'll be cool to test too. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do sharpness test on some paper just to see how sharp it is in the beginning. And then I've got a whole bunch of other tests that I'm going to do and see how well it goes. Really sharp right on the paper. So now I've got some wood. I'm just gonna do a bunch of chopping on the wood, and then I've got a pineapple I'm gonna slice through. I want to see how well the edge holds up after doing heavy chopping. And then I'm also gonna be chopping some bones, and then I'll do another sharpness test, probably with cardboard and then paper, to see if the edge holds up. All right, so on this one, I'm just going to do a bunch of chopping just to see if there's any damage to the edge. Still really sharp, and I don't see any chips. There's also no rolling. So that was wood. Now I want to try chopping some bones. So now I got this piece of a femur bone, and I'm going to see if the knife can chop through this or if it does any damage to the edge. Looks like right here there is a little bit of damage after doing that bone chopping. Still feels sharp, but I can see it took just a tiny little piece out of there. But other than that,
looks really good. It's barely moving, it's so sharp. Just going right through the pineapple. That one sliced pretty deep. So after all the chopping, there's that little tiny nick in there. It actually still feels sharp, but it did take a little piece out, so that's the only bad thing I've seen so far. Let's see if we can still slice paper. It's still sharp. It still feels really sharp everywhere. And the handle held up great. There's no cracking or anything on there, so that held up awesome. And the blade didn't do too bad. And for chopping bones, you know, with any knife you chop bones, it might do some damage. So all in all, I think it did a really good job. So I wouldn't recommend quenching a knife in blood. This one held up really well. I was worried it was going to be more like water. Oil's still the best way to go, but it was a lot of fun. The knife held up. If there's something you'd like to see me quench a knife in next, let me know down in the comments. I'll see you in my next video.